Can we expect more on Aquinas? Yeah, absolutely. Because what happened was I wrote the article on Aquinas. Well, my dad and I worked on it together. My dad did a lot of the. My dad is very good at advising, and he's very good at coming up with arguments in anticipation of the counter arguments that are going to come. So I went through it with my dad a whole bunch of times, and once we published the article, we got a big response. Our biggest response, believe it or not, came from Twitter, which was unexpected. And a bunch of people were arguing with me, and there was some Catholic guy who started arguing with me, and he said that Aquinas is not saying that homosexuality and cannibalism and bestiality. Aquinas is not saying that the desires for these things is not he's not saying that it's innate or natural. He's simply saying that it becomes almost like second nature because of habit. So I had to look through this thing, and I asked this guy, and I asked all the Catholics who tried to argue with me. I asked them the same question. I said, the Vatican says that homosexuality can be innate. This is literally like official teaching in the Vatican. It comes from Humane something. It's one of the Vatican's theological statements. And I said the Vatican says that homosexuality can be innate, it can be natural. So are you saying that the Vatican disagrees with Aquinas? Because I'm arguing that Aquinas argues that homosexuality can be natural. The Vatican says that it can be natural. So are you saying you're saying that I'm wrong on Aquinas, or are you then arguing that Aquinas is disagreeing with the church, with the magisterium? And this one guy said, well, that the Vatican didn't say that. The Vatican is simply saying that psychiatrists have said this. So this guy was arguing that the Vatican makes a descriptive statement, not a prescriptive statement. So then I started digging more into the Vatican, and I found another Vatican statement from I want to say it was from the mid 1990s, stating that the distinction must be made between a tendency towards homosexuality that can be innate and homosexual acts, which are intrinsically disordered. So I said, here is a Vatican statement that is prescriptive, not descriptive, saying that the innateness of homosexuality must be recognized. And he never responded to me, which is another reminder as to why I shouldn't waste my time with these people. But nonetheless, the conversation did make me look more into Aquinas, and I did. Aquinas wrote his Summa Theologica, but he also wrote a commentary on Aristotle. He wrote a number of commentaries on Aristotle. And he wrote a commentary on Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. And in this commentary, Thomas Aquinas says that they are homosexuals who have been this way from the beginning. From the beginning, meaning from birth. And so this further illustrates what I've been talking about, and it really further shows, it sheds light as to where the Vatican is. It sheds light as to what the Vatican is referencing when it makes arguments that homosexuality can be innate, or that it's a deep-seated tendency and things like that. And so Aquinas and the Vatican do not disagree. They don't contradict each other. They don't go against each other at all when it comes to this matter, when it comes to this issue. So yes, I'm going to be working on a follow-up article on Aquinas, sticking more into this matter. Yeah, I find it a very fascinating matter.